Hi friends, this is a sequel to what I spoke to you from San Francisco. You remember when I visited Google and some of the premier companies in Silicon Valley, my first realization in the lessons of leadership, and which I promised you that I'll get back to you again and again every time I have an experience and every time I have an opportunity to live that experience, and then only I bring it to you. This time, I'm talking to you from Kerala. And what I'm talking to you today is how does a leader draw from the supreme consciousness, the collective wisdom, the supreme intelligence at a level when he has to solve the most complex problem, and especially in a VUCA world where everything is uncertain, everything is complex, everything is ambiguous and volatile. So what happens is the leader most of the times have to appear as a witness, what we call a sakshi, as a witness to every plan or a challenge which arises in front of him. Otherwise, he will have the propensity to start identifying himself with the situation, to start identifying himself with the people in the situation, and he'll get completely immersed and he'll not be able to solve the problem in the best possible manner. To solve the problem, as a leader, he needs to detach himself from the entire situation. He needs to detach himself from the people, from the situation, and take a step back and look at the situation from a distance to see what is the best solution. If this is the challenge, if this is the issue that I'm going to resolve. So that is the first thing, that he needs to be a witness rather than be in it. Solve it from a complete different level, from the level that the challenge has come up. And this is a difficult task, friends, because he will have the tendency to get associated with not only the situation, but with the sentiments of the people. Second big challenge for the leader that will come up is he got to detach himself or herself from his or her own self. Let's understand that the leader's decisions will mostly be a reflected consciousness or a reflected wisdom of the supreme intelligence, and not the supreme intelligence in absolute. Because his mind and his intellect is pre-influenced by his neural paths which had been taking shape for several years, his past experiences. So what happens is he will often employ his past experiences and neural paths. So the best solution that the leader will have is to distance himself from his own consciousness which had been solving the problems till now. It is only when he becomes a witness to his own mind, to his own intellect, and creates a solution from a complete new different level, that's the time when he will be able to address the solution from a new light, from a new perspective. And the challenge would be to separate himself and herself from her own mind and intellect, which is already pre-influenced not only by past experience but with the old neural paths. And this is where he needs to be very careful, and he will often get misguided that it's me who's giving the solution. It is the ego of his which will come in, which he needs to separate it from. If he really wants to operate from the collective intelligence, from the supreme consciousness, which will deliver a fresh solution to any given problem. More when we meet next.